Alright, so it's the 1st of February 1480, we're playing as Kaifa, and we have a bit of an important decision to make. If we come over here and we look at the Ottomans, they, for some reason, are friendly toward us. If we look at the diplomatic feedback from them, they've stopped claiming our territory, which is nice, but they are claiming now Mamluk territory instead. Thing is, they would ally us, even though we're allied to Mamluks. And that appears to be because Mamluks are no longer their rival or their enemy, which is extremely unusual. This pretty much never happens, at least from what I've seen. So what I think we're going to do, well, first we have enough of a spy network, we can get a claim on Arbel, but then we're going to, we're going to ally the Ottomans and see where it gets us, because they're fighting against Great Horde and Biafas right now, but that fight is pretty much over. And if we ally them, maybe they'll stop warning us not to go to war. So we'll ally. We need to start currying favors here. We have enough favors with the Mamluks for right now. And if we can be friends with the Mamluks and the Ottomans for a little while, we could really consolidate a lot of Persia without too much worry, which is sort of what I'm hoping for. So we'll go ahead and start playing our army force limit. I think that should go down. I've just restarted, so it hasn't taken into account monthly autonomy yet until the month tick, but let's see. Oh, okay, never mind. So we will go up, I think, a little bit in our armed forces here. I want to curry favors. Eventually they'll ask for a royal marriage if they haven't already. And we're not going to give out any military access there. I see no reason to maintain our army. Good, I'm already not. If we can fill up our manpower pool a little bit more, I will probably disband the Free Company again. But, you know, we do have to still deal with Georgian separatists and Kaifan separatists. Wait, I'm Kaifa. Kaifa nobles, okay. Oof. So the merchant guilds have 76.1 influence, we really don't want that, and the advisor costs really wouldn't benefit us. On the other hand, this will make my merchant guilds really disloyal. We'll lose army and navy and 75 admin. Oh, okay. Tell you what, we'll do that. Dilemma will pop back up to loyal here in maybe 2 or 3 months. It's not that big a deal. And we're gaining still a small amount because of relative military power with the Ottomans there, but that will go up. And we do have to increase our army maintenance now. Get ready for these Georgian separatists. We're going to turn on the fort at Kars, and we're going to... oh, can't move yet because we don't have enough morale. There we go. We're going to come over here to... I don't know, what are we thinking? Thinking Tbilisi. Why not? Actually, you know what? We'll go to Alti. The only province that isn't protected... Oh, we're gonna be too late. Okay, there it is. We'll go over there, we'll get them. We have the fort up in the area, so it won't be too big of a deal. We'll turn on the fort in Diyarbakir for the same reason. 18,000 men. Despite how much we've grown, it's only double what we managed to field at the very start of the game, but of course at the time we were quite a bit over our land force limit. Keep rolling really poorly here. Okay. That was quite a lot of losses, but not that many from our own troops it looks like. Mostly from the Free Company. And again, that is why I'm keeping them around for right now. We need a little bit bigger before... Ooh. We are way behind on Diplo. I think I will do that. I usually don't take that. Mercantilism is like gold in this game, but we're not going to be an important trading nation for a while, and all the mercantilism in the world won't really help us with that. We will be going in against Karakonlu in 1488. It's not for a while. So I think we'll go up to 4. Things go by a little bit faster here while we wait. Oh, we got lucky. Popped up in Erzurum. We got the mountain defense. And that's the fight. Bat. Okay. There's the royal marriage offer from the Ottomans. And we're currying favors there. Happy with both them and the Mamluks. I am quite a fan of our alliance chain here at the moment. This is very nice. Let's see. So Ajan kept their alliance with the Mamluks as a result of their war with Karakonlu. They are allied with Hassa, so down here in the south. Unfortunately, I don't have a way of getting to Hassa, even if I go through Karakonlu, without hitting Ajan, which will be a little bit of a problem. Oh, if I decided to take that route, we're going to go ahead and mothball our forts. We are still quite a bit in debt, 1,053 ducats in debt, which is pretty awful. But we're actually positive, and it occurred to me some of you guys might want to know how we managed to have all of these options to build mosques, and none of them are worth anything. And the answer is, unfortunately, quite simple, which is our development. So if we look through here, we have very low development provinces in most places. Then places like Erzurum, we already have a mosque there. Tabriz already had a mosque when we took it from Karakonlu. So, you know, we're sort of being a swarm of locusts at the moment. We're building up our armies, taking over places, and we're letting them do our build-up for us while we spend our money on our military instead of our infrastructure. We'll take what infrastructure we need, not the other way around. We can now transfer here. Won't get us too much more money. Let's see how much. Yeah, barely gives like 0.02 ducats additional per month, which is not very good at all. But our manpower's getting up there. I think it is time to disband the Free Company. We're gonna go up to 10, 11, 12. That'll bring us up to 14,000 of our own men. And let's see, we could use the mysticism right now for our missionary, because it does increase our missionary strength. Right now we're getting about 0.4%, which, I mean, that's something, right? It's pretty considerable. So, I'll keep that for now. Did I put the wrong... I moved the wrong merchant, didn't I? No. That's a bit of a dumb thing on my part. Let's see if that does make a difference. Yeah, okay. About 0.06 ducats a month. So impactful there. Okay. Well, I should stop complaining. Let's move down here. Now we have still... Oh, we have 6%. I wonder if for some reason we didn't lose the professionalism we should have. Oh, no. It was by event, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. So we're pretty close to Miltech 7. It'll cost us a pretty penny of our mill points here, but it would get us cannons, and it's pretty crucial that we have those cannons as soon as possible to save our own manpower and to be able to compete with other nations that have cannons. We moved away from... Just the first second I get some mysticism, we move back. But, oh well. So if we look at the technology situation, we're lagging pretty far behind. Miltech 7, sorry, Tech 7 is the standard across the board now, and we're at 556. And all of this is because we're just really, really slow to get Renaissance. We still don't have it. Now we're getting about, let's see, 0.5 a month in some of our provinces. We could dev push some things. For example, Erzurum would not be a bad idea. Next to Altu, Urzikan, Mush, and Bayezid. That would start moving things relatively quickly. The more we conquer, and the more we conquer in a lopsided manner, actually, the more problems we're going to have. Did Theodoro just rival me? Idiots. Okay. Oh no, Trebizond, right. Okay, well. It's just Theodoro. Oh, we're still warned by the Ottomans. Trebizond rivaled us and we could go in for an easy humiliation war, but instead we can't. Because our ally is telling us not to go to war. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so this is challenging, because if we went in for offensive ideas, we could start moving along this branch. But I think we will instead take Workshop, we'll take Limber. Now we can build cannons, and we will build one. And if we look here, so that was the Iberian wedding, by the way, which just popped. We'll have 15,000 men. I want to get this a little bit higher, but cannons aren't the main concern right now. So if we go over to the military tab, we look at combat width. Combat width is oh, look at all those loan renewals. Cool. Combat width right now is, oh, where is it? 24. So we can have up to 24 in the front line, and that means that we should, because every additional person we have in the front line will be overpowering an enemy who has fewer. So we need to get up toward that line. I don't think we'll quite get there. We can only have 21, but if we have 20 in the front line and 1 cannon, then we'll get the cannon bonus for sieging, and we'll have as large of a front line as we can field right now. The other thing to consider is the other thing to consider is that we don't want to kill our economy. Cannons are expensive. We have enough men now that when we go up to full maintenance, we're going to be paying a pretty penny. And okay, so we've died. We are dead. Our regent is a 355. Our heir is 8 years old. I really hope that we can delay the regency, well, that we don't get the event that gives us a new ruler, because a 363 would be okay, at least better than average. So because we have this better than average ruler, I really don't want to roll the dice. It's not really worth it. And to answer your questions on why we don't have advisors quite yet, it's because we can't afford one. So we need to pay off our loans. We need to pay off our loans quickly, or at least not take more until we are able to expand again, which won't be for another 4 years. That war will be costly. We need to build up a bit of a nest egg. Otherwise, it's just more and more and more debt, which means more and more and more inflation, which is a bit of a vicious cycle. The more inflation we have, the more expensive our things are, the less money we make. Ooh. Okay, so we lose a 25 legitimacy, we lose a stability, which is not good. We get a 433. We also move 25 toward mysticism, and I'm not going to push us back toward legalism. In fact, we'll enforce religious unity. We'll turn these off for now, and we cannot afford another stability. We do need to fix that quickly, because we're getting -1 trade power, doesn't matter, -5 spy detection, doesn't matter. What matters is the +2 national unrest on top of our already prevalent rebel problems. -1 yearly legitimacy can also hurt pretty badly, but we're actually okay with that. We'll just stay around 70. But that has its own effects too, right? So we lose Diplo rep, we lose tolerance of heretics and heathens and true faith, as well as national unrest. And tolerance is a proxy for national unrest, by the way. So the +2 that you get from -1 stability is really more like a +3, because you lose your maximum tolerance of various faiths. Interesting. Okay. Did they just get a core granted to them? Interesting. Oh. That sucks. Why do I never get good events, it seems like? 15 years of -25% tax modifier Or I put down a revolt. Well, that's easy. We're gonna kill some rebels here. And we will go with the... Let's see, yeah, we'll go with the efficient tax farming again. We kind of need it. We did convert the heathens there, and I promise we'll start this back up there in a second. I'm just taking stock. We're gonna go in for Urmia right now, and move down to 3, start the clock back up again. So these guys will show up in Urzican, Altu, Alkets, Urzican. Where the heck is Urzican? There's Altu, there's Urzarum, there's Urzican, so they're pretty spread out. We're going to have to bring our forts up for this just to minimize the number of occupations we have to go through. And I'm not going to pop this until we're ready. We're also going to go ahead and move to Urzican so that we can defeat one of them as soon as they break. Let's see. So yes, with our armies up and our forts up, we get -4, which should sound pretty familiar. It's also really not sustainable. We will go up stability, and we'll take Diplotech 6. This is not bad. I don't think we're going to take any other techs until we have Renaissance, because it shouldn't be that hard for us to get it now. Let's see, is there anyone I can... Interesting. Basra. Armenian separatists at 80%, so okay. We ran out of time to stall that event, so we do have the rebels popping up now. Those are kind of bad. Islands, mountains. But we have finally Renaissance, I think in Urzarum. Yep. So that'll start spreading to the rest of our land, which is very nice. And let's go ahead and move over here to Altu. Okay. Dang, how come I can't get someone with good shock? There we go. 2 shock is better than much else. Although we were ignoring the river crossing because of the good maneuver on our general, but the +2 shock actually outweighs that -1 that we were ignoring. So shock pips are better than maneuver in most cases. I think we need another... Yeah, we need 45, so another month or 2 before we can fabricate on Ardalan. Okay. Oh wait, did I see correctly? Yeah, we haven't taken a single idea yet, and they're moving on to their second. Wonderful. I should not have let them get over here for me. Almost, we almost had that. Ironically, if we had the maneuver general, we could have beaten them by prawns. Made them fight up a mountain instead of ourselves. But that's alright. It won't last that much longer. And we do have the spy network now. Oh, do we already have claims on everything remaining? Interesting. Do they convert? Religious violence, that's what it is. Yeah. Okay, let's wipe them out. And we have claims on everything on the border, so we're just building up basically siege ability now, which is quite nice. 100 spy network gives you 20 siege ability. Nothing crazy, sure, but it is handy. So, Reichsregiment has been enacted in the Empire. Can we see? We can see a little farther, but nothing crazy. It looks like Ireland is starting to fall to the English. History repeating itself once again. Bit of a drain on our manpower here, but I think we will survive. And Jam has eaten part of Biapus. We might be able, yeah, we could vassalize them. That'd be pretty nice. We do also have more than 10 favors with the Ottomans, which means that we can call them into a war against somebody if we need to. That could actually be with the Mamluks when the time arises. That's sort of what I'm thinking we'll do. We're going to move farther south to Karakonlu. We might break Jam as well. But when we do that, I'm thinking when we do that, we don't actually declare on the Jam first, we declare directly on the Mamluks. And the Jam will come in to protect them, so we'll lose Jam and the Mamluks at the same time, but we'll be going in with the Ottomans on our side here, which will be pretty nice. What am I doing? Split. siege these both down at once. Then we need to move back over to block the Armenian separatists. How much as it would be nice if they were free. Not if it means that I lose territory. Okay. The province is protected by a fort, so we won't actually gain any separatism. And as soon as they move away, we will get the benefit of it. So let's move over. No, that's not the path I wanted to take. There we go. Oh, jeez, we've lost, I want to say, 80 plus prestige from events. I've never seen that before in my life. We haven't even been at negative stability for that long, so it's a little confusing. Let's see, they're coming right to us. Great. Great, great, great. And yeah, that's how that fight should go. Yeah, that was much better. Didn't lose nearly as many of our men that time. We do have to take another loan here. But that's not okay. It looks like they've deleted the fort in Mosul now. They have one at Karamabad. And that's it. So this will be a bit of a blitz through their territory at the start so that we can deny the Mamluks the territory that they want. And why don't we... Oh, Trebizond and Theodore. Really? Okay. Fine, fine. If we crush their armies, we could gain some favors with the Ottomans, which we could use to request, oh, I don't know, bundles of money. So we'll do that. No reason not to. Do they have... Oh, they have Kandar and Ramazan as vassals. That makes more sense. Yeah, that makes much more sense. Okay, still bleeding a bit of money. It's the corruption from religious unity. I forgot I gave that. Yeah, 38% religious unity is absolute garbage. The nice thing is we'll be increasing that, well, not right now, but as soon as we're conquering anything other than Karakanlu land, pretty much. When we move into the Mamluks, we'll be taking Sunni land, good and true. So that should help quite a bit. Do we care about Epirus? We do not. And our manpower pool is struggling a little, but I want 18,000 in the front line. So we're gonna do it. Oh, we got some money from that. Good. Good. Some of our men, easy for me to say. Some of our men died, but we have 31% war participation because war participation's heavily slanted toward battlefield losses. So even that one little fight got us a large chunk of the participation. We'll lose some the longer that siege goes on, but we should stay above 20-25%, which will get us a decent number of favors. Quite nice. Well, my ulema, their equilibrium is really low. Okay. Interesting. Promoting the demi-nobles did it, and mysticism did it. Interesting. I had forgotten about that. Yeah. It's unfortunate. But we will gain a little bit of land when we conquer things this time around. And we'll launch that in December. Kandar, just sitting on my troops, because why not? Okay. Not watch, not when it's going to cost me losses. So, good. 40 favors from the Ottomans. Very nice, we could not have asked for better. We're going to cash in on some of that right now. And we could go... Can you stop losing money so I can take your money? Wow. Fine. Well, we can always ask for trust. Trust from the Ottomans is a very powerful tool for staying alive ourselves. There's all those loan renewals again. That really hurts. And we will have Shirvani separatists sooner rather than later, so... well, there's that truce up. We'll leave the Shirvani separatists for another time, and we're going to go ahead and go in on gore. So, they won't come in, war exhaustion. Their only ally is Mazarandan. We could try this war ourselves. We take all the resulting money from it. Mamluks would only come in for land. Ajam would only come in for land. Right, okay. Because their debt, which is less than, well, it's about 20% of our own. You know what? Let's try this ourselves. We'll make the war goal Mosul, and we'll declare. And what we want to do is we want to send half of our army with a good siege leader to their capital, start working on that, and our other men will carpet siege, and we'll stay close enough together that we can scare them off or win the fight. One of the two. And yeah, that siege ability is being put to very good use. Even taking a province now only takes us, well, it's 29 days. They have a fair amount of... oh, it's from mysticism. Interesting. Well, they can go ahead and sit on Tabriz as long as they want. It's a level 2 fort. It'll take them a while to get through, and we'll hop over there and fight them on the mountains. So all of that works for me. In the meantime, we'll be making progress. We have the war goal. I could split these guys up even more and go after them, but I don't know where that Mazarandan army went. Oh, there it is. Okay, so let's go to there, split, and split you, take them down to Baghdad. Ardalan here. Keeping an eye on their men though, because if we don't, they might be able to catch 1,000 of our men isolated, which would be a pretty convincing stat wipe. Not in our favor. Okay. Oh, and here they come. So we have to reconvene right now. So 6,000 men, it's only 6,000, but that'll beat 6 to 1. And we will have to deal with the separatists. That's okay, a little bit extra separatism there isn't the end of the world. I'd rather that we win the siege, quite frankly. We will have to go over there soon though, because, well, they'll move rather quickly, and if we look at our civilian expansion, yeah, they're making progress. So, could try and challenge these guys, even though we don't have a great leader here. Oh, we can call them Mamluks. Interesting. Yep, let's call them in. There shouldn't be any land Mamluks can claim for themselves anymore. So we will go over here. They might claim Haditha if we don't. So we're going to block them off. Block these guys off from taking Shaki, and then reinforce with our 10,000 men as soon as this fort falls, which should be pretty quickly. I don't really want the royal marriage with the Ajam anymore. We're trying to break off of our dependence on them. And we will build up less aggressive expansion now with the Ottomans because they're our allies. So I'm feeling pretty okay pushing the envelope a little bit. Actually, the Mamluks might come and kill our separatists for us. I would have no complaints with that, none whatsoever. Okay, are they gonna do it? Might. Up to 4. going to defend us. Beautiful. And yeah, we will grant the Ottomans military access. We'll start converting Shaki to Sunni. Austria is being converted. Sorry, Austria is the emperor again. Mixing things up a little bit. Playing on 4 can get a little bit out of hand real quick. And we'll back up their siege on Khorramabad because that is a mountain fort, so they would have lost had Karakanlu and Mazarandan gone in on them there. Oh, lost a general, of course, yeah, a couple of years after I got him. The Italian wars, okay. I'll be compensating the traitors, but we will. And we have the vast majority of the war participation, so money that we take will go to us this time around, at least the majority of it. So we'll drop that spy network, we don't need it anymore at the moment. And let's see how much we can take. I do still want to stay away, so I think Sinjar and Rabba are still desired by the Mamluks. Yeah, they are. Nothing else is, so we'll work our way around and through, as it were. If we look at the high development provinces here, Baghdad is the prize that we want to get to for this area, and that's in the Iraq Arabi, I don't know, that state. So, tell you what, let's see what we can do. We'll ignore that eastern side now, and we'll just try to take that state. What will that give us? That should be fine. Should be fine. But we don't have enough compliance from them to do that at the moment. We will soon. I do want Mazarandan out, but they're going to be a little bit stubborn. Only the one fort means that we probably have to go through the fort to get to them, and Mamluks are not exactly being capable with their military at the moment. Okay, so let's take a look at our institution here. It is coming through. How much money will we need? So we could do it right now for 394. That's very tempting. It's incredibly tempting. Because if we look at our technology penalty, I mean, 50% of this is coming from not having the Renaissance. Legalism. Okay, well that'll slow down our missionary, but that's alright. We need 9,000 on there. We take this, maybe. Okay, so we can already get that. Do I want anything else? Money would be nice. Money's always nice. Okay, so Trebizond's gone. Theodoro still remains, it's a little surprising. And we have a smooth border now with the Ottomans here in the north, which is, if they weren't our ally, that would be really freaking me out at the moment. But they are our ally, so there's nothing to be worried about in theory. We're really in practice. Dramatic there. But we gotta get our prestige up to 10, and we weren't able to do it. I could bounce control over the monetary policy, shift our loans down to 3.5s. I wouldn't be able to actually cycle the prestige modifier. So we are going to try teching up soon, so let's move closer to legalism. So if we come over here, we can do Khalifa, we can do denouncement of sex practices, and move 10 to toward there. Now we're at 39, so we're at minus 2.9% tech cost, which is more than okay. This fort is taking forever, and the AI, I know it was improved in 1.33, but these guys are just dancing over here. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Yeah, it's not great. Okay, so we have 91. So we can take all of this land. Cost us 352, so I actually think we should take more. What is the question? So we could take that, or if we don't take these two, we could get 75. How much debt is that? 17 development. Thing is, we are pushing our governing capacity, so I actually think we'll just take this. We need to get up to admin tech, I believe, yeah, 8, before we'll get another 100 on our cap. As soon as we do that, we can try and push toward a kingdom. We're a little ambitious to do this right now, especially because we need the higher prestige, and we're not going to get that. So let's take this. We'll cripple Karakonlu completely with this. Oh wait, we can take more. Oh yeah. Alright, shift plus left click gives the max. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this. That works. Yeah. So this will unfortunately increase the amount that we have to pay. Not by as much as, well, okay, pretty close to the amount of money that we got from that. If I'm honest here. So let's take, how much land to be? Not a lot. Interesting. So I'll do that. This. And we've taken more loans. Yes, we've taken more loans so we can embrace the Renaissance. Immediately pop up to admin tech. No, that was an idiot move, because I still have to core things. Well then. Mistakes were definitely made. But nothing to do about it now. We will have some Karakonlu rebels popping up around here, so let's go ahead and head those off. And I think that might be the episode for now. So we'll have to core things up, plan our next wars after this. Let me see. Only valid rival is a Jean. Amlix are not my friends yet. Okay, so you know what? Let's go ahead. Marry them. Not. We can choose 2 idea groups, and we have nowhere near the capability to actually start filling those, but we will soon. So, well, fingers crossed anyway. We're gonna get to the end of the month so we can get the save, and then that should do it. Bit of a sloppy war here, and I know the border gore is gonna drive some people crazy, but I did it so I could get the state of Iraq Arabi, which I didn't even get because I forgot to take Kazania. Oh, that's embarrassing. Get the army back together. Perfect. So that'll do it for right now. Thank you guys for hanging around, and we'll see you again real soon.